Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we made our way all the way back here to little Mr. Briny's place after rescuing his beloved Pico, and also getting ourselves the Devon goods from a nasty little aqua grunt. So in this episode, we're going to be talking to Mr. Briny and seeing about his seafaring abilities. So, hello, Mr. Briny. Hold on, lass. Wait up, Pico. You're Brendan. You saved my darling Pico. We owe so much to you. What's that? You want to sail with me? You have a letter bound for Dewford and a package for Slateport, then. Quite the busy life you must lead. But certainly, what you're asking is no problem at all. You've come to the right man. We'll set sail for Dewford. Dewford it is, then. Anchors away. Pico, we're setting sail, my darling. And with this, we'll make our way. I don't know how he's able to make a boat go in these weird wonky directions, but sounds good to me. Oh, Brendan, where are you now? It sounds windy wherever you are. I just heard from Devon's Mr. Stone about your Pokénav, so I decided to give you a call. It sounds like you're doing fine, so that's fine with me. You take care now. Thanks, Dad. Dad Norman. You can't just call him Dad. And here we are at Dewford Town. Ahoy! We've hit land at Dewford. Suppose you're off to deliver that letter to, who was it now? Stephen. Well, I suppose, but first, let's say hi to the locals. Hello. Gorge your eyes on this! It's a silk scarf. It's right at the cutting edge of fashion, yeah? I can see your eyes twinkling. You appreciate my dazzling style. Oh, you're a delight. Here you go. I want you to have it. The silk scarf, I believe, buffs normal type moves, if I'm correct. Wow, you bothered to cross the sea to visit Dewford? Did you maybe come here because you heard about Brawly? He's so cool. Everyone idolizes him. Brawly, huh? Dewford is a tiny island community. If something gets trendy here, everyone picks up on it right away. Hello? This is a renowned fishing spot. Are you getting the itch to fish? Oh, I suppose. I hear you, and I like what you're saying. I'll give you one of my fishing rods. Finally, we have the ability to fish. I have not fished like ever in any of these games, and as an added bonus, I'll even throw in a little fishing advice. First, you want to face the water, and then use the rod. Focus your mind. If you get a bite, pull up the rod. Sometimes you can even sand something immediately, but with bigger catches, you need to time your pulls to your rod to haul them in. This is probably the worst fishing mechanic ever in any Pokemon game. I will show you in just a second. There's a lot to be said for living in a small island like this in harmony with Pokemon and family. I left a major part of Slateport City when I married my husband here. Life goes by slowly on this little island, but being surrounded by the beautiful sea, that's happiness too. So, in order to go fishing... By the way, this is Route 107 apparently. So, what you want to do, you want to go to your bag, you want to actually go to your items here. We don't really need to give anybody the silk scarf. It's actually in our key items, I'm just dumb. I'm actually going to put this, actually no, I'm not going to put it on our select. Yeah, we don't need to. So let's use it. And whenever you... Okay, well, if that happens, then tough luck. Well, come on. If it says that you get a bite or a nibble, then you have to time it. You have to time it correctly or else you won't catch anything. There we go. So right when you see that pop up, you have to immediately press the button. And here's Magikarp. Actually, there's two Pokemon that you can now currently catch in Dewford. So, why don't we go over those right now, huh? So, starting off with, well, Magikarp. It's a water type. It evolves into the water flying type Gyarados. Everybody knows Gyarados. And everybody knows Magikarp. It's the bad Pokemon. You get it to level 20, it becomes an absolute monstrosity. Obviously, Gyarados is so powerful, it knows great moves, it also has the Intimidate ability. If you want a Magikarp, you can catch one now. Go crazy. I'm not doing it. I don't need Gyarados. There's actually 2 Pokemon in this area that you can catch. One of the other one is Tentacool. It's a water poison type. It evolves into Tentacruel at level 30. It has average stats, pretty decent special defense and speed. It's got a great defensive typing, by the way, only being weak to electric, ground, and psychic. It's pretty decent. If you want a pretty okay water type, Tentacool, definitely a good one to add up. I like what's hip, happening, and trendy. I'm always checking it out. Listen, have you ever heard of this new Becomes Complete? That's right, of course you know. I mean, sheesh, Becomes Complete. Wherever you're from, Becomes Complete is the biggest thing happening, right? Yes. If you say no, you can actually change it. This is just people talking about stuff, isn't it? Oh God, no. This is just people talking about Becomes Complete. I don't want to hear about it. I don't care. Oh, hi. What do people do if they need to go to the washroom? What if my rod hook's a big one while I'm in the washroom? I just can't go. No. Gulliver gets to level 16. Now that's because I'm not trying to go to the washroom. I guess that's a fair way to put it. Trainer tips. Advice on catching Pokemon with the rod. Press A when you get a bite. Which do you prefer? Fishing in the sea or a stream? Actually, neither. I like to fish in lakes. Okay. Fishing's great, but so is battling. If you don't mind, can we meet again? And finally, we get to see the power of the Pokénav. It allows you to, later in the game, come back and re-battle trainers and gym leaders. Don't worry, I'll be able to do that eventually. Also, if you talk to this guy again, fishing the greatest whether it's in the sea or stream. You agree with me, right? Sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. But this cave right here is important for something. But before I do anything, I'm going to quick run back to the Pokemon Center. Welcome to Granite Cave. Talk to this guy here. Hey you! It gets awfully dark ahead. It'll be tough trying to explore. The guy who came here by earlier, Steven I think it was, he knows how to use Flash, so we ought to be alright, but, well, for us hikers, helping out those that we meet is our motto. Here you go, I'll pass this on to you. HM05 Flash is very... Teach the hidden move Flash to a Pokemon and use it. Lights up even the inky darkness of caves. But to use it, you need the gym badge from Dewford's Pokemon Gym. Well, I'm going to show you a neat little trick. If you just walk and know where you're going, you don't need Flash. You really don't need it. This isn't a big dungeon, so you're fine. But there's some encounters in here that I'd like to go over. By the way, there's an escape rope here. And actually, on this floor, I'm looking for a specific Pokemon. And I just found it. It's Makuhita, level 10. So, I would like to catch this, actually. So, I'm going to try my best to not one-shot it. That should be good. It actually missed its tackle. We do have some Great Balls because of our wonderful Mrs. Picky. So this should work. 1, 2, 3, gotcha! Alright, we caught Makuhita. Hopefully it has the right ability, because I actually want to use something different. It loves to toughen up its body above all else. If you hear it quaking rumbles in the cave, it is the sound of Makuhita undertaking strenuous training. Makuhita is the Guts Pokemon. And I don't want to give it a nickname just yet. I want to make sure that it has the right ability. So let's check. It does. Okay. I did want to give it with Guts. It also has a serious nature, which I think actually ups its attack, which is actually pretty cool. But Makuhita is one of the multiple Pokemon that you could meet in this area. Obviously, it's a fighting type. So, a little bit different. Not something that I normally use, but still pretty neat. Anyways, why don't we go over the rest of the encounters while we slowly make our way through this deep and dark cave. So, starting with Makuhita. It's a fighting type. It evolves into Hariyama at level 24. It has tons of HP and attack, and can boost its attack further with the ability Guts, which I just was talking about. It is the same ability that made Tailo so good, because it can boost damage while having a status condition. The other ability that it also has is Thick Fat, which gives it fire and ice resistance, which it would not normally have, because it's just a fighting type. So it's very good for tanking, but I think it's better used as a powerful sweeper. It's also the only Pokemon in, existence to learn the move Smelling Salts. It's not very good. It's a powerful, I believe it's a normal type move that cures paralysis on the enemy, but also does a bunch of damage. Here's a Pokeball, by the way. Up next is Zubat, which we just fought. A poison flying type. It, excuse me, it evolves into Golbat at level 22, and Crobat with high friendship. Useless until it evolves. I could not put it any better, because that's what it is. Until it evolves into Crobat, it's really not that good. Once it evolves, though, into Crobat, it has insane speed. It also learns Poison Fang, which is very good, because Poison Fang can actually badly poison targets. It's different than Poison Dart. Obviously, badly poison is like Toxic, which is pretty cool to have on a different ability, and also a damaging ability at that. I used a Crobat in my Crystal playthrough. Obviously, Crystal, not the best gen for Crobat, but still fairly good Pokemon regardless. Next up is Aron, a Steel Rock type. It evolves into Lairon at level 32. I went the wrong way. Don't mind it. But anyways, it evolves into level 32, and it evolves into Aggron at level 42. It has incredible defense and great attack. It's got fantastic weaknesses. Oh, it's only weak to water, fighting, and ground. It's also right in front of me, and I actually would like to catch it. So, I think I'm going to use Wing Attack here. Now, why do I want an Aron? Oh god, I need to... I'm going to swap to Autumn Quick. Why do I want an Aron? Well, it's insanely tanky. It has some of the highest defense I've ever seen. Obviously, it also has fantastic typing. It also has the ability... I didn't mean to actually do that, that's not going to do any damage. But its ability, which is Rock Head, allows it to use recoil moves with no penalty. So, it also learns Double Edge, which is a 120 power, nice critical by the way, that's perfect. It's a 120 power normal type move, but it's insanely powerful, but it has recoil. So, if you get Rock Head, it completely just makes it a powerful move. And it also learns Protect via level up, which is always nice to have. And I think... Did it? Wait. I thought for a second that I caught that without having 3 things. That was weird. I don't know if critical catches are in Gen 3. I'd have to check. Anyways, Aron, the Iron Armor Pokemon. A Pokemon that is clad in steel armor. A new suit of armor is made when it evolves. The old discarded armor is salvaged as metal for making iron products. And we should be able to just keep it because I believe it only knows one ability. What? I think we will. This Pokemon is going to be named Dan. As in Steely Dan. You know? The band. You get it. Continuing on. That's actually all... Oh, no, it's not. That is not all of the encounters. let's continue on. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, another encounter is Geodude, a rock ground type. It evolves into Graveler at level 25, and it evolves into Golem via trade. It has ridiculous defense. Obviously, rock ground type means that it is very powerful offensively, and it has great defense because it's also a rock type. It also is one of the few Pokemon that learns Earthquake via level up, and also gets stabbed from it, which means it's very, very powerful. However, there's also a bit of a problem with that. Because it's got so many weaknesses, you gotta really be careful with it. But because it can learn Explosion, which is the 250 power one-shot to it like itself move, it also can be used for that. And it also has the ability Rockhead, which means that it can use Double Edge just like Aaron. Of course, Aaron has much higher attack. And the last encounter in this area is Sableye. It's a dark ghost type. I know, it's a weird type. It also means that it doesn't actually have any weaknesses. There's only one problem. It has terrible stats, and it doesn't evolve at all. It does learn Shadow Ball, and can also learn Mean Look. Mean Look, obviously, for catching Pokemon, because it prevents them from fleeing. But other than that, it's pretty bad. Also, Gulliver gets to level 17 because I've been running around because I'm lost. There it is. I could not remember where it was. Anyways, that's all of the encounters. So, now we can just keep up. Now, if you're wondering why I have Gulliver out constantly, it's because he's going to be our ace in this upcoming gym. So, I figured it would be smart to have him be relatively powerful. So, I think until we find... Oh, by the way, there's an Abra here. So, until we get to any of the items and stuff, I think I'm just gonna leave you guys hanging out. So, I'll be back. While roaming around, Gulliver got to level 18. Also, this rock right here gives you an Everstone. I believe Everstone prevents evolution, I think. If I'm correct. If I go down... Yep, it prevents evolution. So if you want to keep a Pokemon from evolving, that's what you want to use. And walking through here... Hello, Steven. My name is Steven. I'm interested in rare stones, so I travel here and there. Oh, a letter from me. Okay, thank you. You went through all this trouble to deliver that. I need to thank you. Let me see. I'll give you this TM. It contains my favorite move, Steel Wing. Obtained TM 47. Your Pokemon appear quite capable. If you keep training, you could even become the champion of the Pokemon League one day. That's what I think. I know. Since we're getting to know each other, let's register one another in our Pokénavs. Now I've got to hurry along. Well, bye, Steven. Well, that's everything that we can find here. So, let's hop on down and make our way to the exit. There we go. Alright. So... Oh, Picky has an item. An escape rope. Huh, nifty. It's kind of nice that both Dan and Makuhita, which I didn't even check Dan's, Oh. Dan, I forgot. You can have Sturdy as your... Oh. Oh. Oh, no. I don't... Oh, no. Oh, no. I'll be back. There we go. Finally, good grief. That took a little bit longer than I wanted. But I still caught one regardless. Oh, come on. Alright. So, now that we actually have the errand that I wanted, that has Rockhead, it also has Lax Nature, which I don't even know what that is. That might be like HP up or maybe just neutral. But anyways, after that long endeavor, I think we're going to end the episode off here. So, in the next one, I think we'll be taking on the gym of this wonderful little Dewford Town. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, and bye-bye.